heroic. Welcome to the blah 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 motion picture squad. Yep, we shortened the name. It's cooler, it's shorter, it's sexier, and it's
MPS.
us. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's still about movies. We're not changing
Yeah.
anything.
We're not changing that stuff. That would be.
Yeah, and we're on episode 3, so we're gonna favorite episode 1 and 2 for you guys to check out. Don't go to the old channel now. Just subscribe to us here, and you'll get all the cool stuff you want. I'm Mark from Mega Movie Man Mark. Good evening.
I'm Movie Man 222.
I am a movie fanatic.
And I'm Eric from Mr. Movie Monkey.
Is Robbie here? I like to let everyone else go first, but I am from Mr. Movie Monkey.
Yeah, I was an imposter. Yeah.
He's an identity thief.
We're here to talk about some movies, some trailers, and Justice League.
Guest star.
So, we saw the Croods and Olympus Has Fallen. We'll let Robbie talk about Olympus Has Fallen briefly.
And immediately after that, we'll talk Justice League. That's what the theme song was all about
As
there
you
at
can
the beginning.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk about the plot and what I thought. Do you want me to explain the plot, or do you think
If you'd like, then you can.
Yeah, what is Olympus Has Fallen all about?
I don't know.
Basically, it's about basically
Just
a
replace
president
Olympus with
guard.
White House.
What?
Just replace Olympus with White House, and that's what it's about.
White House. It's basically Die Hard in the White House.
The White House gets invaded, and Gerard Butler is up to save the day, basically.
Okay.
And I was pretty honestly mixed on this movie. I enjoyed the trailers, and I was actually looking forward to it. And it's exactly what I expected, just a dumb, fun movie, very self-aware, and just a lot of fun. Gerard Butler is at his best here. I'm not really a huge fan of him, and this is
Better than
definitely
300?
yeah, I did. He's good there. But
Wow.
this is definitely one of his solid, better performances. He really surprised me here. The direction is very solid. I was really surprised. I really like the direction here. I really didn't expect a lot to happen that did happen. And that's really what I want in these kind of movies. The effects were really good. I had fun with this movie. Script was kind of, very formulaic, and
Yeah.
I thought the plot was very unoriginal, but, I had a lot of fun with it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Sounds
Fun
good.
films.
Yeah, apparently there's another White House film like this coming out
White
like
House
this summer.
Down.
White House Down or something like that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, so we have two different, exactly the same movies coming out in 2013. So
But different stars.
My question for Robbie.
Two different, but the same.
Oh, okay. A guy like me goes to these movies for the action. How is the action in Olympus Has Fallen?
Yeah,
Is
that's
it extra
true.
good? How is the actual action?
The action was really solid. I was very entertained by it. If you want kind of like I want something like the Avengers, because I'm pretty sure that was your favorite movie last year. I think you would enjoy this movie a lot.
Oh wow!
So
High
it's like,
praise.
in terms of
Alright.
action, okay. We saw the
Okay.
Croods. Mr.
Here,
Movie
I'll
Monkey.
explain the plot because I haven't barely talked in this thing anyway.
Okay.
All right. So it basically follows these cavemen who basically spend most of their time in a cave, huddled in the dark, to stay away from the dangers of the outside world. Basically,
Which I think is
And-
bad.
the thing is bad, and dangerous.
Because original is bad.
Hey, that's like Hotel Transylvania. That's like every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're cavemen.
Yes.
Oh, but they're cavemen. But
Yeah.
they're monsters.
Let them explain.
But
Yeah, it's
Well,
kind of like
they're-
the Transylvania in some ways.
Anyway, they after their world basically collapses, they come into this new world where they have to survive with this guy named Guy, played by
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Like Guy Pearce.
So
And
who's
his
basically
belt monkey.
who's like a modern idea making person. Like he's new kind of. He makes all these ideas and everything. So he's just basically bond with him over and try to make it safety from this end of the world happening.
Now,
sounds like Eric.
what about our
Okay.
thoughts on the movie? I think we all have the same opinion, that it was pretty solid for what it was.
Yes.
Definitely.
Guys.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. There were problems I had with it. My personally biggest problem with the movie is that I felt the message was really beat over your head. Like, I know it was just sort of like to get kids to notice it, but I still had a problem with that. But otherwise, it's a lot of fun.
You had a problem.
Yes.
The exact
With
same problem with Life of Pi.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
very
no,
good
that's not a
movie,
that, that's not a kid target audience completely.
Well, it's PG.
Oh, I know.
Doesn't really prove anything anyway. Do we all like the acting, anything like that?
I was surprised to see that it had that good of a cast.
I'm surprised how Nicolas Cage mostly is all like boring in his other movies, but his character now here sounds nothing like him, which surprised me and really impressed me because I hated movies that he was in, such as like Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, masterpieces.
Season of the Witch. They were all awful, but he surprised me here to do a great job on the Croods, and I was very happy for him, I guess.
What about Eric?
You don't mind me going into my animation nerd moment. I really love the animation of this movie. I love the cartoony style and the way they moved around and the way they like went flying across the sky and landed hardly.
And
also like Hotel Transylvania, pretty much.
Yeah, but kind of
it was more impressive here, I think.
The backgrounds were all really
a DreamWorks version, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I the one? Sorry.
But the other thing that really impressed me about the animation was the camera technique and the movement of the characters and the movement of like the camera. It was all I haven't really seen too much stuff like that in the computer animation medium. So I thought that was really cool, and I think it's cool that DreamWorks is taking some steps forward with this instead of just doing the same thing over and over again as far as the layout of their movie goes. And I think that's I think it's partly a credit to 20th Century Fox because they're really managing the way they're gonna be approaching new techniques with each movie. So I'm excited to see what they have to offer for that.
Yeah.
I also make a quote here. The thing I want in a DreamWorks movie is to be funny, because most of the beginning...
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that. I thought this movie was... I really liked how it had, like, a lack of kiddie jokes and really, like, juvenile humor. I was really pleased by that.
Yeah, and, like, most... the beginning movies of DreamWorks animation were funny, and then
Poop
there's a
jokes.
period of time where it's all, like, just serious movies, and now they're getting back into funny, because that's what I want from a DreamWorks anime movie, and that really impressed me, how they're coming back to actual... like, what's the word? Funniness?
Clever. Well, I don't want to say clever humor, but,
yes,
like, less kiddie
I don't
humor.
know the word for that, but yes, I really enjoyed the Croods. Do you guys want to give ratings or no?
Probably a 3.5 or 4 out of 5.
I'd probably give it a 4. I really enjoyed it. Very surprised how I did not expect anything from this movie, but very delivered for me. I really,
I liked it.
What about out of 10?
Out of 10, I give it 7.5 out of 10 bananas.
I agree with
I like
Eric.
it.
Okay, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I think I'm gonna give it. I'll predict. I think I'm gonna give it 3.7 out of 5 mega marks.
That sounds pretty fair.
Okay.
Now some trailers. We'll save the best for last. As in, the Justice League. Kick-Ass 2.
Oh, yeah.
I was not a fan of this trailer. If you know Kick-Ass...
Jim Carrey.
Yep, Jim Carrey's in this movie, and he looks funny, but otherwise, I don't really care. I'll be honest.
Kick-Ass was my first RA movie to watch ever, and
yeah.
I think watching this, it looks decent. I'm not really, like, overexcited for it, but really, kind of, I'm excited, I guess we could say. Not, like, extremely, but
yeah,
I'll see it, but not, I'll just keep my,
You're not gonna, like, count down the seconds till, it comes out.
Yeah.
Pretty funny you say that. A girl in my class yesterday, for some reason, R-rated movies came up, and she said Kick-Ass was also her first.
Well, I loved the first movie.
I did too. It was really fun.
I love the way they approached, like, the superhero, like, anyone could be a superhero kind of thing. I think the second movie, the trailer was pretty good. I think the movie will be better, though. I think there's a lot of stuff they're not showing us, and I'm really excited to see it.
What about Robbie, since he hasn't spoken yet about this trailer?
I actually think different than y'all. I kind of love this trailer. What I do agree with y'all on is I don't think any of y'all brought this up yet. The joke with Chloe Grace Moretz's character really does not work anymore.
I'll explain it, because, like, if you just say the joke, then it doesn't make sense. In the first Kick-Ass, it was really funny. Like, a little 11-year-old girl is, like, killing people and, like, slitting their throats, grown men's throats.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Now she's, like, 16, and it just doesn't really work anymore. Or at least as of the trailer.
Well, it still could be good.
It could be. I don't know if it will. I'm not fully sold.
More to her character this time around.
Yeah.
You all have to see August 2013.
16th to be exact.
16th.
Proceed.
Anyways, what I was going to say is that my anticipation did go down a bit. I think I was just, at first, looking forward to it way too much. So it was actually in my top 5 must-see films of the whole year.
Wow.
I'm still looking forward to it a lot, and I do think it looks fun. And I love the opening scene in the trailer. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Just what happened.
Where he beats the crap out of Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah.
That was hilarious.
She tells him to remove something.
Yeah. Inappropriate stuff.
I kind of loved it. That was a really good trailer.
This is the Red Band trailer we're talking about, right?
Well, they're not very different, the Green Band and Red Band. Star Trek 2. I'll talk about that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I have to be honest, I hate to say this. I think the last trailer was a lot better.
I'm not a Trekkie, but just from the 9-minute prologue, I want a Trekkie shirt.
I can't say anything because I really want to see it. I like the trailer quite a bit more, but this one was still pretty good.
Yeah, I saw it when I saw Croods. I saw it in front of the big screen, and I was just like, "Whoa, this movie's gonna be amazing." It's not as great as the first trailer, in my opinion.
I agree.
But I think it still is really entertaining to watch. I think it's going to be an awesome movie, awesome thrill ride. May 17th, I cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome.
I hope it's good, because there's some movies that could disappoint, and I hope this isn't one of them.
Like Mark, I'm not a big Star Trek guy. The first movie, though, I loved it. I watched it a lot of times.
Agreed.
I was really excited for this one, and the trailer, I thought, was really, really cool. Maybe not as good as the first one, but I cannot wait to see the movie, and all the stuff they showed, it's awesome.
It's got cleavage.
Yep, I'll see.
And then if you look closely, there's the...
the mirror behind her was pretty cool. The glass door.
Behind her was the web address for the next poster, which looks like... I hate the new poster for this movie. They used the coloring, too. It's like
that was really an awful poster.
Reddish? Like, I wish it was, like, bluish.
I took the evil guy, and that's what I used to crop Robbie onto for the summer thing I made.
Yeah, I will get hate for this. I have not seen the first one yet.
Well, you won't get hate. You'll just be told to see it.
Definitely be seeing it before this one, though. I know for sure, because I actually just picked up.
Who hasn't seen the first one yet?
I saw when it came out in theaters.
I don't really remember most of the first one.
I remember really loving it. That's all I remember.
Anyways, I have it on Blu-ray, so I'm probably gonna watch it this weekend. Actually, of course, after I watch the recommendations Andrew gave me. Anyways, this was also one of my most anticipated films of the year, and just like Kick-Ass 2, I do love the trailer for this, but I do have to admit I was my anticipation dropped. I still think the trailer is awesome. It's visually great. Just I don't
good cinematography and visual effects.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the trailer, what am I talking about? I thought the trailer was very well edited. I really liked how it was just kind of, just made, all put together. And, I think y'all can agree, like I just said, the visuals were amazing.
Yeah.
I think, I love the visuals in this trailer. Definitely some of the best. And I love the cast, which, I'm really excited to see just work together since I really haven't seen the first one yet.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm really excited. I cannot wait. I'm hyped. Very.
See the first, though.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Despicable Me Dose.
Okay. I know that
Aw, man.
Eric said this in his review, and I guarantee you most of us can agree that we are kind of through with this Minion joke.
Yes, I'm done with the Minions.
They're so overrated in this movie. That's basically the whole...
The character's overrated?
It's just like, no, they just keep using it. It's hilarious.
I don't agree.
Kids love the Minions. I was at the theater for the Croods. The Monster University trailer played, and there were a few laughs. The Minions came off for the Despicable Me 2 trailer.
Oh, God.
Kids were in hysterics. It's crazy.
Actually, that was the other way around for me.
That's good to know.
I could see where Eric's coming from, because I don't know. It's just the other animated movies.
Kids are scared of monsters.
The love from kids. Like, I'm scared that I'm going to show my kids Toy Story and they're not going to like it.
That would suck.
Don't worry about that.
That's pretty shocking.